This is Jay Teaches Reading for All, Lesson 14, the O. Of course, O is our fourth vowel. We've had A, E, I, now we have O. And as we'll find out, O has two sounds, octopus, ostrich. But let's review our previous sounds. Students, short A is apple, B, bat, C, cap, D, donut, E, egg, F, flag, G, gun, H, house, I, Indian, J, jet, K, kite, L, lamp, M, mountain, and we've already done the N, and we're going to have the O. All right, now I'd like to once again remind everybody how you can get my book. I did this in the last lesson, but I forgot to show the book, and it's put into a 3-ring binder. It's got about 125 pages to it, and 9 CDs are at the end. So that's what you get, $28 if you're in the United States, and $35 if you're outside the U.S. Make your check or money order out to Jay Shutt, which I will get into view here. And this is also what you type in when you're going to the website. Go to YouTube, type in Jay Shutt, click on my channel, and that'll take you to all the videos. The address, however, is Post Office Box 581, Interlaken, Florida 32148. All right. Now we're going to review words that we've had in the last couple lessons. We'll start with words for lesson 12. And students, say these before I do. Add, and land, lag, lag, lack, lack, lead, lead, leg, leg, len, len, lid, lid, lick, lick, fell, fell, l, and now the rhyming words: ill, fill, ill, bill, ill, hill, ill, dill, ill, Jill, ill, kill. So teachers, use the pause button if you'd like to go over these some more with the students. Remember, if there's one or two that are particularly tough, you may want to give them a spelling of the word and help them sound it out one letter at a time so they focus. They're forced to focus in more on each individual letter sound. All right, press pause. Now the words in lesson 13. And here we go, students. Add, mad. And men. And man. Ill, mill. Him, Jim, dim, egg, meg, mel, ick, mick, ack, mac, ham, jam. It's a little easier to read ham and dim when you can actually see the letters. I didn't realize until I reviewed the last lesson that I had these hidden. Mainly I had the H hidden on the ham. So you got to be flexible with Jay as your teacher. You know, these lessons are for free, and sometimes you get exactly what you pay for. So that being said, if the students need more practice on these words, use pause and give them more practice. Now we're going to go to the true and false. Teachers have the students read these to you. Hope they do well. Use pause. Now the true and false on lesson 12. Have students read these. Use pause. Now we get to the O. And O can make two sounds, as has been said. Two short sounds. It can actually make three sounds because it can also sound like, well, four sounds because it can also sound like O, long O, and because any vowel can sound like We went over that. That's represented in the dictionary by the backwards upside down E called a schwa. Might help if you could see this. Okay, so here's the octopus for the ah sound. Here's the ostrich for the aw sound. And if, teachers, you feel that these do not look anything alike their actual animals, then show the students a picture of the actual animal. They bear some resemblance, I think, but it might not be close enough. Okay. The sounds then, and you're going to have to take a little more time with the students on learning these because they'll need to give you the octopus and the ostrich sounds. In fact, students, here's your first test. What are the two sounds of O? Octopus, ostrich. Hope you got that. But if you didn't, it's okay because you're going to be practicing a lot here pretty soon. Now, the capital O and the small o are formed the same way. One's just bigger than the other. I start where I have students start with the C or the A, down and to the right a little bit, and then go around counterclockwise and make the circle. Same with the small o. Teachers that are doing handwriting, use pause and have them practice. Now we're going to read some new words, and there will be more here because we've got the two sounds. We'll start with the first group of words that have the octopus sound, and I should stop and say right now, I am pronouncing these according to my accent, which is a Midwestern accent, Ohio, Michigan kind of accent. There are certainly other accents. We got the Boston accent, we got the Georgia accent, and the Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania accent. I have relatives there. The word water comes to mind as a word where these different accents from different areas of the country pronounce water differently. So if you pronounce the word differently than I do, don't worry about it. Just stick with your pronunciation. Children are flexible. They can handle that. So it's not going to cause a problem. But here we go with the Midwestern pronunciation of these words having the I-O in them. The first one is j-a-b, job. Next, m-a-b, mob. Then b-a-b, bob. G-a-b, gob. L-a-b, lob. L-a-k, lock. M-a-k, mock. D-a-k, dock. N-a-d, nod. G-a-d, god. D-on, don. M-om, mom. On. And just a couple comments about these. A mob is a large group of unruly people. A gob is a bunch of mushy stuff. A lob is a slow, soft throw. Mock means to make fun of. And a dock is a structure that a boat can be tied to. I think you teachers can have a lot of fun explaining these, showing pictures, going through motions, things like that. It's incidental learning for the children, but it's important. So if you don't finish the lesson in one session, no problem. Don't rush. This is important learning as well. Now I'm going to leave God up to you, teachers. You handle that one. I'm not even going to attempt. Now, the second set of words that have O have the aw, ostrich sound. So we've got d, og, l, og, log. Did I say dog here? I don't think so. Log, f, og, fog, h, og, hog, j, og, jog, off, off. So these all rhyme: dog, log, fog, hog, jog, which makes it a little easier. All right, teachers, have the students read these to you. Have fun. Use pause. Now we're going to do some printing and saying the new words. I underlined some: job, lock, God, dog, and off. So I underlined 5. If you want to shorten the lesson to 5, go right ahead. Press pause. Now we're going to do the spelling test and cover up the words. So it's a blank sheet. Go ahead, teachers, use pause. All right, now we're going to go to the true and false. Again, use pause. Have the students read these twice and give you their final true and false reason the second time they read it through. My answers: Bob can mock Don. True, a person can make fun of another person. This is possible. Number 2, I had a bad job. Almost everybody has had some bad jobs in their life. And if you haven't, join the Army and you'll have some examples, personal examples of that. Number 3, Mac can be a hog in a fog. This is pretty far-fetched, pretty silly. Most students are going to put false. I suppose if you have a hog named Mac and it's outside in the fog, okay. But it's a stretch. Number 4, a dock fell off a log. I'd say the reverse could be true. A log could fall off a dock, but not the other way around. So this one is a false. And our next lesson is going to be lesson 15, which is P, which sounds like P, as in pig. And as you've noticed, my artistic ability is not all that great. I'm sure you noticed that if you haven't noticed it before, with the octopus and the ostrich. So we'll see how I do with a pig. I remember in 5th grade, the teacher asked everybody to do a picture of an animal, and I did a picture of a black bear. And the teacher was coming by to check on everybody's pictures, and when she got to my desk, she said, "Oh, Jay, what a lovely black sheep you've got." And of course, I didn't admit to the fact that it wasn't supposed to be a sheep. But anyway, the point is, my artistic ability has not improved since 5th grade. So we'll see how the pig comes out, and you can check it out in lesson 15.